Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. Welcome back if you've been here before. This is an artist life vlog from this October. I didn't end up getting up to a lot of work, which I will explain a little bit later in the video. So this is my trip to my hometown, which is in the Eastern Townships of Quebec. I spent Canadian Thanksgiving there and installed the commission piece that I'd been working on from pretty much July through the end of September. So you'll get to see that, you'll get to see some little snippets from my trip, and then later on in the video I will have a sit down and chat to you a bit about what I was up to in October and why there wasn't a lot of art making happening. So enjoy, and I'll talk to you again soon. Good morning, everybody. I wanted to check in because I realized that I have no footage for a studio vlog this month. And so what I'm probably going to do is pepper in my trip home and hanging up the piece and this little thing and then call it a studio vlog. I think that I think this might be pretty typical of when someone finishes a big piece and there's a lot of momentum that goes into finishing it, which was happening in September. And then I got into October and I was traveling for a week, and I am work has been busy, so I haven't really been filming what I've been working on. I've been working on the piece that I started in July at the residency, doing embroidery for that. And I've also been doing a lot of admin work. So it's not very interesting to film, obviously. But I wanted to let you in on the big news that I was alluding to in previous studio vlogs. So I think by the time you see this, this will already have occurred, and I probably will make a dedicated video all about this to talk about it as a scenario. And of course, as I go forward, I will be making studio vlogs and you will see the process. But basically what's happening is I have decided to stop working at the museum and to become a full-time artist. And so ultimately this is a really exciting and important decision. I made the decision in early September, and it was something that felt like it was a long time coming. Like I said, I will go into some more details on that if you're interested in hearing more about it in a future video that's kind of more dedicated to just that situation. But because of that, there's been a lot of transition feelings, a lot of wrapping up things at work. So my official last day is November 10th. And so I'm trying to, tie up loose ends and wrap up the bigger events. I have one this Saturday and one next Friday. Those will be my last two big events that I run. And I'm trying to get my mind ready for this big transition in my life. It's quite important for me when I'm transitioning to really be able to just sit in those feelings and feel them as I'm going through them, as opposed to trying to just go onto autopilot and then think about it later. So that's been occupying a lot of my mind space for this month. I also have a few crowdsourcing projects that are coming, or not a few. I have one crowdsourcing project that I am launching this month, next month, with another artist that I am working with, and I also had another artist date. And I'm applying for opportunities for next year. So one of the things that being a full-time artist means is that you have to be thinking, months to years in advance, because applications for an opportunity that's happening next year is the application forms are going in now. So I have submitted 2 application forms in the last week, and I have one more that I need to submit later today. And that's only like a fraction. I'm going to be applying to many, many things. And so my art time, instead of being exclusively making, is going to be divided up between making, applying for opportunities, and all the admin stuff that comes with being a full-time artist, and stuff that I actually have time to do now, which I didn't have time to do before. So that is my check-in for today. October, like I said, has not been a month of high productivity in terms of making. I didn't have any time to rent out the space that I usually rent out to do work in, so I've just been doing work at home. When I was at home visiting my family, I brought home the last piece from the show that I had in Richmond last summer. That piece my mom was just storing there because the box that it was stored in was actually used to ship the piece to Sweden. So I just brought that home on the plane with me. I'm thinking about a lot of things like reorganizing the storage for my work, looking into potentially renting a studio, looking into how to rearrange the studio space storage that I have in my storage room to make it easier to be setting up several times a week now. Thinking about scheduling with my partner and his job, and sometimes he works from home, sometimes he goes to the office. There's all these things that will change about how our process has been for the last almost 7 years I've worked at the museum. And also saying goodbye to everyone there who I care about so much and who have contributed to me getting to this point. I would never be in this position, I don't think, ready to do this if I hadn't have done this job. It's really contributed to my growth. So just all those things are going on through my head, and so I've been, not really able to get down to filming, to getting. I'm not in a good place with this piece to be filming. I'm just doing some embroidery on it, and it's just a really repetitive step. So there'll be more of this piece. I'm hoping to finish it by the end of the year. I think I have enough time. It's just a matter of me getting through these next few weeks where things are still very busy, and my time is being I'm negotiating my time and moving it all around right now. So there's just not a lot of time for me to settle into making right now. I'm pretty much done this week, so I have 2 more weeks of work basically, and a big event, a big new type of event right at the end, which has been challenging for my brain because I feel like I want to, give everything I can to this event, but I'm also winding down, and so it just feels a little counterintuitive to have those 2 feelings simultaneously. Yeah, so that is my update for today, and like I said, this studio vlog will not have a lot of actual working in it, and that's just part of artist life stuff. I will probably be restructuring how I make videos once I get settled into full-time artist life. That could mean creating a Patreon, that could mean different type of content coming your way that is content I've been wanting to make for a long time, but just didn't have the time to organize it and plan it. So I'm gonna see how this goes, but it's definitely going to change and shift, and I'm excited about those changes and shifts. And if there's anything that you particularly are interested in me talking about or seeing or making videos about, please let me know, because I'm gonna have more time to work on videos. So I will check in again or not. And if I don't check in again, then thank you for watching and thank you for being here. And let me know if you're interested in me making kind of a more dedicated video to this decision and how I came to it and where I'm going to go from here. All right.